Hey y'all, it's Jen. Thanks for tuning into my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today's video is going to be part of a YouTube collab loop group hosted by Creatively Lisa Marie. I'm going to put a link to her channel in the description. So I saw this a couple weeks ago on YouTube and followed a loop, and I loved it. I had a good time doing it. So the way the YouTube collab works, the loop is you'll start with my video, the one that I'm doing right now. You'll watch it all the way through. You'll like and subscribe to it, hopefully. And then in the description, you're going to see a link to the next person in the loop. It'll be a link to her video that she made. So the next video is going to be done by Meg with MFAC Coaching. That'll be down in the description. So the way it works is once you see mine, you'll go to hers, and then from hers, you'll go to someone else, and so on and so forth, rinse and repeat, all of that fun stuff. So when you get back to mine, that means that you've completed the entire loop. So hopefully you will complete the whole loop, and as you go, you'll like what you see and you'll subscribe and like to these channels. Now, each month in these the loops have a theme, and this month's theme is spring animals. So when I heard that theme, my most favorite animal in the entire world are dogs. I love dogs. So I wanted to use my Happy Planner Colorful Dogs book to use some of my dog stickers that I have in here. And also I'm going to be using the Fun Florals book with some purple flowers in it. So I'm filming this on Sunday, April 14th. Tomorrow, April 15th is my birthday. Not just my birthday, but also my twin sister's birthday. So I share a birthday with my womb mate. So purple's my favorite color. So that's why I'm going to be using the purple flowers out of here. So I did a little bit of prep work in my planner before I started filming, because I didn't want to take up a lot of time with some of the more detailed things that I do. But just to orient you, in case you've never seen one before, this is a Sterling Ink Common Planner. This is the A5 size. It is a nice thin book. Has Tomoe River paper in it. For those of you that are into different types of paper, it's great paper. The best thing about this planner is that the lines are very subtle. So you can change the structure of it if you want, or you can leave it as is. I started out with a traveler's notebook size one that I've been using for the last 4 months or so, and I liked it, but I wanted to the traveler's notebook one is a horizontal layout, and I wanted to see what the verticals were like. And so Sterling Ink had a sale a couple weeks ago now, and I decided that this would be a good time to try out the A5 vertical at a discount. So I got it, and I really like it. I like both actually. So I'll probably, go back and forth between the two, just to see, how I want to do next year. So I think that, so far I'm liking A5. A5 seems to be the perfect size for me. I was a Happy Planner person at one time, and so the classic size was too big. The big size was definitely too big, so I didn't do that. But I wanted to get something about this. I needed something portable to take around with me. So this, along with a Sterling Ink notebook, go with me everywhere. I like to have a brainstorming notebook with me to write down any thoughts or, any things that I want to get out of my head onto paper. That way I have a notebook with me all the time. So the pre-work that I did on this layout is, so I decided to this is the second week that I'm in this layout. The first week that I did it was this way, where I did everything, you know, as it was intended vertically. And I also kind of marked out my work time. This worked okay. I might, you know, do this again at some point. That's one of the best things about this too, is you can really do it any way you want, whatever you're feeling at the time. It'll go with whatever mood you want to do. So I wanted to try it differently this time. I made some lines to divide. I want to put in, at the top, I want to put in like the top 1 or 2 things that I need to do every day. And then here I can write down the meetings that I need to do, and then go ahead and start making some lists. I'll probably end up making my lists, even though they'll be under a day's column. It won't necessarily need to be done that day. It's just a, you know, just to show that these are things that I want to do at some point during the week. And that's from this list. That's where I can put down at the top, what's the top thing I need to do this week. So, so that's how I divided it. And then down here, there's room. I could use it for notes or whatever, but I think I'm going to decorate it because there are some really, really, really cute things in here for the dogs. Dates and days and dates. These are from the Mojo Jojo Plans Date It book. This is like one of her older ones. I probably have had it for 3 or 4 years, but there is so much in this book. It's going to take me forever to use it all. But, you know, that's my goal in life, is to use up all my stickers. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to try to do. So let's start with going in this book. I know that there's some longer dog. I don't want to call it washi because it's not exactly washi. It's bigger graphics. And I just love this. It has all the different dogs in it. So I'm going to use one of these, and I've got all of my things that I think I'm going to need, including some purple springish looking washi. So, you know, maybe I ought to do that first. I think I'll lay down a strip of washi down on the bottom here. So today is Sunday, as I said earlier. Oh, and I just broke my nail. What do you think of that? These are press-ons this is actually kind of on their last leg, so that's not a surprise that it broke today. But anyway, so today's Sunday. Sundays are typically my reset day. As I said, also my birthday's tomorrow, but my husband threw a party for me and invited our friends on Friday night. And so I was pretty tired on Saturday, didn't do a whole lot. So today is my reset day. This is where I do my laundry. I'm also in a bachelor's program to get my bachelor's degree. I'll graduate next May 2025. And so that's when I do some of my homework as well. So I think I'm going to go all the way over. This washi is from either Temu or Amazon. I'm not sure which, but it's light, but it's just not that sticky. So I would not be surprised if it starts curling up at some point. But that's kind of the way it goes. So anyway, that's what I do with my Sundays. I spend time doing that. Typically, my husband is at work, so I don't have to, you know, worry about keeping him entertained or whatever. So I can do my own thing. So today, before I started filming this, I worked on a research paper. I'm getting my bachelor's in healthcare administration, and my research paper was on quality improvements in healthcare, ambulatory healthcare in particular. I've worked in ambulatory care for the last 14 years, so I kind of knew something about it already, but you know, writing a paper about it just kind of makes it a little bit different. So actually, that's not looking too bad. Okay, so I'm going to put my puppies, take one of these out here. So that, anyway, this is a welcome relaxation for me. I use creative planning as a way to relax and unwind. Typically, I'm watching YouTube videos of other people doing the same thing. So you kind of get to know people when they do that, especially the ones that are a little on the chatty side. On my channel, I tend to do kind of a mix of being chatty or just getting down to the nitty gritty, just really whatever is going to work at the time, whatever I feel like at the time, really. Oh, forgot to mention that my sidebar, I track my steps and my sleep from my trusty Fitbit, and I write them down here just to see how I did. Typically, my weeks go like this, where for my steps, I usually stay fairly consistent with the steps during the week. Now, I got a bunch on Friday because like I said, my husband had a party for us, and so I was up moving around and visiting and dancing a little bit, that kind of stuff. So my steps were up then. And my sleep usually stays about the same, anywhere between 6 and 6.5 hours. And then on Saturday mornings, I usually get to sleep at least 7 hours, sometimes more, which is groovy cool. I enjoy doing that. So I like to track that just to see if, there's any correlations between, how I'm feeling or how my moods are and what I've been able to do. So, okay, so I'm going to leave that like that. There's actually is some dog washi, if you will, but not going to use that this time. I'm going to save that for another time. So let's use some of the purple flowers that I have in here. Yeah, I really had a good time watching and going through a whole loop. So much so that's like, wow, I really would love to be part of this. So there's some really cool flowers in here. I've used them in other different spreads. So these have some of the rose gold foil on it, which will be a nice little fancy touch since it's my birthday. So, oh, another thing about this coming week, not only is my birthday this day, but I'm going to be at a work convention, actually not work, but for a volunteer professional organization that I'm in for this weekend. So I've got all kinds of things to do for that. So let's pull up one of these pretties. All right. I'm probably going to cut this in half. One thing I didn't pull out is my scissors. Probably do cut this in half here and put, this is where I always get myself in trouble. Actually, I want to do the bigger one. So turn it this way, line it up here on the page. One thing about the Toma River paper is certain stickers really like to jump off your hands and get right down in it, and that really causes some chaos sometimes. So I think, do I want to do I wonder if there's a way. This has never been my forte in the creative planning world, is planning out stickers ahead of time. I know people that get the wax paper and do it, and some of the happy planner type people have the what do I want to call it, the actual the happy planner makes something where you can actually plan out your vertical pages and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not quite that good. So I'm going to go ahead and cross the top up here with some washi as well. That'll definitely keep the purple theme throughout. So how has everybody's weekend, whenever you're watching this, how's it been going for you? Hopefully well. Seems like as time goes on, I'm getting busier and busier finding, getting things to do. I just got a promotion at my work, and I started in my new position last week. So I've got a week under my belt, and I didn't cry or I didn't quit. So, so that's good too. Not that I would. I really love what I do. But, there are some times when you get, fear can take over, or you just feel like that you're not, if you're not kind of grasping things right away, you start feeling inadequate and that sort of thing. That didn't happen, thank goodness. I have a really, really good nurse that's working with me in this new position, and really doing well with that. So, okay, so I can do this one of two ways. I like to make this stand out a little more. This is a mild liner, which everybody in the planner world's probably seen these. It's got chisel tip on one side and a finer point on the other. The problem with using this over top of a over pen or over, actually I used a knockoff of I can't remember the brand that this is a knockoff of. But anyway, when I did it here, as you can see, it kind of smeared it. I don't want to do that this time, so I think I might just kind of trace over this with my Inkjoy, my Papermate Inkjoy, just to see if it brightens it up a little bit. So. And I'm not somebody that minds if the lines look a little bit wacky or off. That's not a big deal to me. And I'm not going to do it to this part of it, just the headers of it. I think next week when I do this sidebar, I'm going to take my mild liner highlighter, and maybe make the color first and then go over it with the black. I think it won't smear that way. I think I've done that in the past in other ways. Oops. So if you're new to planning and you're new to using washing tape, one of the things that you should watch out for, Jen, is making sure that the washi is flat and goes across, because if you have ripples, it'll start pulling up at the ends. Sometimes just the way that this paper is, everything kind of pulls up at the end anyway. So, okay. I think I'm going to take this and kind of box in some things. I really like sterling ink. It is for Hobonichi loving folks, which I do have a Hobonichi cousin that I use for like memory planning and stuff. But for folks that don't want to have to deal with the different colored weekends, or the, having things written in Japanese, or even having quotes at the bottom. For those folks that don't want to have all that, sterling ink common planner is actually a really good alternative. Now, the downside to a sterling ink common planner, if you're a person that likes to do dailies, is in the compact version, which is what this is, it has numbered pages in the back, which is good. They're not dated. They're just numbered. So that way you can decide how you want to use these pages in the back. As you see, I have not just made any decisions on what I want to do with this, because I do daily like memory keeping in my cousin. So I don't feel like I need to do that. I might, though, use this as kind of like a for rapid logging, you know, for bullet journal type folks, you know, that you can do some rapid logging in here for various things. I thought about doing that. Hadn't quite gotten that far. But anyway, so the compact version only has 121 pages. The full version has twice that many, I believe. So, but if you wanted a planner that had 365 pages in the back for you to do 1 page a day, this would probably not work for you. And I think that's what the Hobonichi cousin has over this for those folks that's you know, an important thing for them. But for me, it's neither here nor there at this point. I don't have anything that I need to be meticulous about in this. So it may just be that I might end up just using this, you know, just to lay down some thoughts or doodle, or I don't know. So no, there's been no actual plans for that. Okay, so I want to add a few more doggies. And I'm using, for those of you that don't use Happy Planner stickers, they have, typically their sticker books have paper stickers and the clear ones. I try to use the clear ones in this just because the paper ones would really bulk up the planner. So I try to do that. So let's see what kind of doggies we have that we can put on here. I've already done a Frenchie, so I won't do another Frenchie. Let's see. And some of these I could tell you what their breed is, and some of them I'm just guessing. This is probably a Dalmatian or a Beagle, whichever way you want to look at it. Come on, Nip. So put that sweetie there. Let's put a, I have no idea. I have no idea what kind of dog this is, but it's a cutie. Labradoodle, maybe? I have no idea. No clue at all. More Frenchies of various colors. Oh, we need a sheepdog. Let's do a black sheepdog. We'll do that here. Let's do a dachshund, a wiener dog. Let's see. We don't have any dogs on there this color, so let's do this one. So what, if y'all own a dog, what kind of dog do you have? Let me know in the comments. I used to have a miniature schnauzer for 15 years. Her name's Spunky, and it just absolutely crushed me the day that we had to help her over the Rainbow Bridge. It was very, 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 very sad for me, but I loved her. I had that dog way before I got married. My husband is allergic to dogs and cats, so that's the reason why we don't own any right now. But I do miss them. Oh, look at this. Okay, let's see. We've got. So I'm going to do a black poodle. The doctor that I work for, his wife has a black standard poodle that is her medical alert dog. She is diabetic, and he is trained to alert her when she is too high or too low. His name's Zeus. He's a pretty cool dog. Has better teeth than me. The whitest teeth I've ever seen on an animal ever. And let's do a brown sheepdog. Our niece has a kind of a mix of a poodle sheepdog looking dog named Teddy Bear, because he does look like a teddy bear. Looks like a sweetie. And I'll put him down here. Okay. And I think actually that's going to do it for me. I don't want to put too much more on there. I want to leave room for me to write all my necessities on there. So that's going to be it for this Plan With Me. Thanks so much for watching my video. I would love it if you would like this video, and especially would love it if you would subscribe to it. Don't forget, go down in the description box and go to Meg's video. She's the next one in the loop, and then just keep going till you go all the way around. I can guarantee you're going to be entertained. So once again, thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, whatever it is in your world at this time. Take care.